When the COVID-19 pandemic hit the UK in March 2020, the UK government responded by launching its rapidly manufactured ventilator system initiative, challenging UK organisations to produce ventilators at volume in unprecedented timescales. The initiative included a stream for new design products. These would be ventilators designed from scratch to avoid supply chain conflicts with existing ventilator manufacturers.
It was clear to us from the very initial government briefing call that there was supply chain conflict.
The first thing you do when you look at designing a ventilator is, of course, you come up with a modern ventilator concept. And then you just sit back and think, if I could get the parts for this, we could just scale up what's already been made.
We went through our first burst of ideation about how we were going to solve this problem.
Everyone had their own specific goals.
Early on in the project, we were trying to work out how we could deliver a good oxygen ratio with a sort of uniform mixing using such simple mechanical components.
And that involved a lot of systems that have just never been used in ventilators before. Swash plates, spring linkages, the pinch valves, the cams.
And push rods and levers, all driven off simple electronics with no software.
It's not often nowadays that we design any sort of product, especially a complex product, that has no software built in.
It's much easier to mitigate the risks when you don't have software involved. It was more of a jigsaw puzzle that you were fitting together.
When this is all working, it almost looks like a piano being played as the valves sort of open and shut across the tubing.
The government coordinated contact with clinicians, and so we had to absolutely get it right. Rare opportunities that we could get in front of those people.
When we conducted our first formative interviews with nurses, anaesthetists and doctors, one of the key concerns from them was, how am I going to access the controls with the constraints of the PPE that we'll be wearing? Based on the input from the formative study and the prototypes that we developed, we then took those up to the test house to get formal evaluation.
To see that product get put through its paces, see the clinician test it, get positive feedback, that was probably the biggest achievement.
Our proof of principle model we built on the 18th of March. The A model was built on the 23rd of March. The B model was the 31st of March. And the B2 was the 20th of April.
Everyone on this team is very proud of having gotten a medical device that passes life tests, that passes functional tests, with a complete production system set up, ready to go in 5 weeks.
This really was a case of developing devices in a ludicrous time frame such that we might actually sustain the lives of our loved ones. It doesn't get much more meaningful than that.